What's going on, guys? My name is Korvie, and today I'm going to be doing the defensive operator guide. So first up, we have Smoke. Smoke has remote gas grenades that inflict damage on opponents when in the gas and is very good for stopping planes. Stay clear of the FMG-9 and the pistol. Use the M590 with the SMG-11. Make sure you're using flash hider with the SMG-11. And you also have a deployable shield and barbed wire at your disposal. Next up, we have Mute. Mute is another good operator who has a signal disruptor gadget that will disable any electronics, including drones, that come near him. If you're going to roam, MP5K SMG-11. If you're going to anchor, M590 SMG-11 paired with the C4. Next up, Castle. Castle is excellent, but he's very situational. He has the armor panel gadget, which is more of a reinforced barricade. He has the UMP, which is a awful weapon, but it is a laser beam, so just line up those headshots. He's also got the super shorty secondary, which makes him fantastic. And since you have the super shorty secondary, go with the bulletproof camo for extra intel. Next up, we have Pulse. Pulse is also very good. If you have a second floor or third floor site that has, or actually any site that has destructible surfaces above, Pulse is excellent. With his cardiac sensor, he can detect enemies, C4 them from below. The enemies won't even know it hit them. You also have the UMP and the two pistols to choose from. Next up, Doc. Doc is one of the most beloved operators in the game for spawn peeking because, he can heal himself and he has an ACOG. Doc is excellent, and you have the access to the MP5 as well as the P9 and barbed wire. Rook is in the same boat with the ACOG 3 armor, but instead of healing himself, he has a bag of armor that you can give to your entire team for extra armor, so you will get dealt less damage. He also has the access to MP5 as well as a ACOG, P9, and impacts or barbed wire. Next up, we have the two Spetsnaz operators. Just stay clear of those. They're basically just meme cannons at this point in Siege right now. Next up, we have Jaeger, who's one of the best operators in the game. Recently saw a nerf to his speed. Went down to 2-2, which is actually not bad. He's still very good. He gets rid of gadgets such as nades and ash charges, stuff like that. He has one of the best guns in the game in the carbine for defense. One of the best guns. He's also got a good pistol in the P12, barbed wire, or a bulletproof cam. Next up, we have Bandit, the first operator on this list that will stop thermites, habanas, stuff like that. His shock wires will get rid of them and prevent them from being set down and opening reinforced walls. This is especially prevalent on cache CCTV and sites where there's a outside area that will come into the site that you need to stop from being open. He's got access to the monster of weapon MP7, P12, a C4, and barbed wire. Getting into the 10,000 renowned operators, we have Frost, Valkyrie, Cav, Echo, Mira. Frost is terrible. Don't buy or use her. She is fun for casual, but that's about it. Valkyrie is an excellent operator. She's got 3 black eyes that are hard to spot, and you can throw them outside to help out your team a lot. You can get a bunch of cheeky C4 kills, runouts, whatever, because of these cams. She's got access to the MP5. Just kidding, MPX. The MPX, which is a bullet hose. It does like no damage, but it is a laser. Also, got the Deagle and a C4. Next up, we have Cav XX. Get rid of her. Then we have Echo, who is fantastic, but is banned a lot. He's got access to the MP5SD, which is basically the MP5, but with a silencer that does a ton of damage. Access to the Bearing 9, barbed wire, or deployable shield. He has 2 yokai drones that are invisible if they are on the ceiling. They are very good for plant denial and intel. Next up, we have Mira. Mira's another very good operator, but is very situational. She's not good on some sites, so don't bring her unless you know where to put them. She has access to the Vector, which is a super fast fire rate, low damage gun. She's also got a secondary shotgun and a C4. Next up, we have Legion, who is another fantastic operator. He's got access to the Goo Mines gadget, which, is basically what it says, Goo Mines. They do damage when you step on them. He's got the T5 SMG, which is a fantastic gun. Got a good pistol, and then impacts or bulletproof cam. Next up, we got Ella, who's good, but not fantastic. Her gadget is fantastic. Her gun requires a little bit of finesse, though. Her gun is not a laser, but has poor damage and a lot of fire rate. So if you can land your shots, it's actually a very good gun. Also, barbed wire or deployable, whichever one you see fit. Vigil, another great operator who isn't really good for the team, but if you get kills, it still helps out the team. No gadget helps out the team in this one. His cloaking device makes him not be able to see by drones. He's got the K1A or the Kia, fantastic gun, and then access to the SMG-12, C75 auto, impacts, or bulletproof camera. The next defensive operator is Maestro, which is one of the top operators for defense. He has the Evil Eye gadget, which is 2 indestructible chems, and the Alda, which is one of the best guns on defense with 80 bullets in the magazine, and a secondary pistol, which acts like a shotgun, the Bailiff, so use that. And then either barbed wire or impacts, whichever the team needs. You can impact trick with those, or you could just use barbed wire so you can't get snuck up on. Next is Alibi. Alibi is terrible. Her gun is a laser beam, so if you hit shots really well, she's not that bad. But her holograms usually are not fooled very often, and they don't really provide the best intel anyway. Clash is good. She's not fantastic. She's not terrible. She's just okay. She has a shield, which is the only one on defense to have a shield. But she's also got a decent weapon, so if you finesse with Clash, you might be able to get some kills as well. Now, the fact about Clash is she can get meleeed and her shield will go to the side, and then you could shoot her. So keep your distance and call out for your team. Kaid, similar to Bandit, stops things from going through reinforced walls. He's got 2 excellent guns in the AUG and the CCSG. He also has a C4 and a pistol with a scope. Next up is Mozzie. Mozzie is one of my personal favorite operators. He's got 2 fantastic guns. I prefer the Roni, and then with the Roni, you want to go with extended barrel. Sorry, I just bought him. And also, you want to go with angled grip as well. These are both laser beam guns, so you don't need vertical grip. He's got a pistol. That's very good, actually. A lot of ammo capacity paired with a lot of damage. C4 or barbed wire. Next up, Warden. Warden has seen a lot more play since the Ying buff. He can see through smoke, see through yings, all that stuff. It depends on what you're going to be doing with him. I personally like deployable shield shotgun SMG-12 if I'm fighting close up. And if I'm going for more long-range engagements, I'm going to go MPX with the pistol and then the nitro cell. After Warden, we have Goyo, who's actually an excellent operator. Maybe some think that he's trash, but he's actually very good if you place your Vulcan cans in the right area. These are used in the last 30 seconds to stop plants, to stop anyone from getting through. He's got the Vector, so Mira's gun, and the TCSG, Kaid's gun, paired with a C4 or Impacts, which is a great kit. Now we have Wamai. Wamai is actually very good, and dealing with Jaeger bands is not ideal if you do not have a Wamai. Wamai has an excellent gadget, I think up to 7 or 9 grenade things that stop grenades. Then you have 2 good guns, and then a pistol, either Keratos or the P12. And then you have a deployable shield or barbed wire. And then finally, we have Oryx, who is just fun and good for casual and good for memeing around, but not actual good operator. He's got the MP5, no ACOG though, and the Bailiff, as well as a bulletproof cam or barbed wire. He's fun to play around in with casual, but I would not seriously use him in a competitive environment. Smoke is pretty much a must-play on most sites. Valk is also very good and brought a lot. Same with Mozzie. Legion, Jaeger as well is almost a must-pick for every site. But as a beginner, one of the first operators I would play as is Rook. All you have to do is put your armor down at the beginning of the rounds for your team and then get kills with your weapon. Legion is also pretty straightforward. Whenever your mines charge up, throw them. Vigil as well, just put your cloaking device when you need to escape from drones, also when a line scan is happening. More advanced operators, Smoke, Mute, Pulse, are very hard to use, but if you use them correctly, they're amazing. Bandit tricking is also more advanced. Valkyrie camera placements, Yokais, making sure they stay alive, mirror placements. Ella, obviously, you gotta be good with that gun. Maestro, one of the best operators. Alba, stay away from that. Clash, usually stay away from that unless you have a really good Clash player and a good supporting cast with that. Kaid, very good as well. If you're going to use the TCSG, you need some practice before you get into ranked because that gun is a little hard to control. Then you got Mozzie, who's excelente. You don't actually have to get a drone for you to be effective because you can stop drones from getting into where you don't want them to be. Warden, he's okay. He's seen more play recently. But if you're constantly being attacked by Ying and smoke plants, actually playing Warden with a shotgun near that doorway is not a terrible idea. Goyo, obviously, is very good. Just place the Vulcan shields correctly, and that will be great for your team. Wamai as well, very good. But stay away from Kapkan, Tachanka, Frost, Cav, Albi, mostly Ward and Oryx in ranked. Thank you all for watching the Defender's Guide, and I'll see you later.